Hello everyone, Bertina Amy here, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a DIY Dollar Tree Halloween witch pumpkin with LED light, but this one has a black flame candle. Okay, after doing all those pumpkins, the wreath and the one I made previously, the purple one that's the same size as this, I decided to, I got excited because I actually had this ribbon lying around from, what project was that? It was a project I did last year for, I want to say it was either May or April. No, I think it was April. And this ribbon is, I use very little of this ribbon, but I was giving contrast to making this DIY, what was it? It was a DIY keepsake card box that had, it was, the theme was a jungle theme. So anyways, I had plenty of this left. This was one roll from, I want to say I got it from Michael's, probably. That, or maybe it was Joanne Fabrics. In any case, I decided to use it because I thought this green had me thinking of. Originally, I was thinking Grinch, but I also think it would work well as my variation on the Wicked Witch. And so, also, the difference here is instead of going down, gluing it, I'm wrapping it around the wire and continuing up. So down, up, down, up, down, and then I'm going to go up from here. The reason I'm doing that is so that I won't need as much glue. Not that I'm really needing to conserve on the glue, it's just that it saves on the time. And also because with it not being folded, I don't think you could tell the difference. Let me know in the comments below if you disagree with that, but I don't think you could tell the difference. And so, anyways, so I'm just going to wrap down here the same way as I did the other ones. Okay, so this strand here is from this side, and this one here that's already wrapped is from, believe it or not, it's from all the way over here. So I don't know if you could see that, but it's wrapped around a couple of times until I got it around here. This one, I want to actually stick it through here. It got caught on the thing, but I don't think it's going to be that noticeable anyway. Oh, I guess it is going to be kind of noticeable. Try not to get that caught onto anything. All right, so then, because I want it to look prettier, I don't want that to show. Okay, so you saw what I just did. I went under and I'm going around this way because I'm trying to help hide how bad that turned out, unfortunately. Of course, it happens now and it didn't happen when I was testing this out, but anyways, so we're gonna go, yeah, I don't think we're gonna see it anyway. It's gonna be hardly noticeable. So, all right, I tend to prefer that this goes above, but because of that, I'm gonna go the other way. And you know what? It's totally fine. You do what you have to do to cover up any of the mishaps that might occur as you're crafting. So we're gonna go making sure that the left one is on top instead of the right. And you know what? It's not going to be that obvious, I don't think. So you let me know in the comments if you disagree, but anyway, so we're just going to continue our braiding method, making sure that the left instead is over the right, and that's fine. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes. It becomes almost like second nature. I assume that's how knitting is. I've never been good at that. I've always been interested in knitting, tried it quite a few times and just was never satisfied with my own work. So let's make sure that the pattern is still the same. Or is it that it looks like the pattern I messed up somehow. I like to double check the pattern just to make sure I didn't mess up. Okay, so looks like I messed up here. So I'm gonna start over here. That's gotta go under old habits. So I normally go right over left. Okay, so that's left over right and left over right. It's looking like I'm making it tight now, but trust me, as we get further down, you're gonna be happy that you did that because it tends to space out with time anyway. Okay, not right over left. It's left over right. Did I mess it up again? Hang on, let's see. Okay, so left over right. And left over right, with the left strand always on top of the right. Sorry for my sniffles in this video. I have been dealing with a lot of sneezing from allergies, so unfortunately it's throughout most of the video. Okay, so here's my bright green, well, lime green pumpkin so far. And I decided to pick up some black florals so that I could maybe cut these and then use them to go along the bottom. So I'm going to take these pliers and I'm just going to try and get these off. I want some of this wire so I can maybe wrap it around if I need to, or at least give it some length or something. And I want to repurpose the leaves as well, but I'm going to try to wriggle this back and forth until it comes off. I don't have wire cutters, unfortunately, so this is going to have to be my method. If you have wire cutters, just use that. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay, hang on, let me see if I can do something else. Let's see if this one will work better, maybe. One of the wires broke off, it seems. Or maybe I could just take scissors to the rest of that. I got these sharp scissors. Yeah, it's just the wrapping that's causing it to stick on there. So I'm going to repeat that for the rest of these because the idea I have here, don't mind my dog, I'm sorry. Idea I have here is maybe. So what I did was I had it, this ends up popping off very easily. So I just kind of wrapped it the best I could, the wire, because it doesn't want to go too far around. But if you like this concept, you're gonna have to hot glue it. I'm gonna do the rest of the open spaces off camera, and then we'll see how it looks once it's done. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It's not hot glued on in case I change my mind later, but I'm actually quite liking that. It's essentially going to be a green witch pumpkin head with, eyeballs. I was thinking about repurposing these leaves as like the hair that might spill out under the hat because there is going to be a hat. I'm not going to worry about covering this. I might just, rather than worrying about what we're going to do with the spare bit of strands here, just going to wrap this around and then hot glue it because I don't see when I might use this color ever again. Obviously feel free to cut it off after you've hot glued it elsewhere. Let's see if I can get this to hot glue upon itself. Okay. Don't want to burn myself, so I'm going to do it right there. And then take my scissors. And then do the same thing with this side. I've been sneezing this morning, apologies here, but anyway, just wanted to get my ideas out, get this video going. Because essentially we're not going to even see that, but I'm thinking like adding this black, just all the leaves that came with, I think I'll need, see, what if I put it, this way it'll help cover up any possible, I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit, I'm not worried about it, the hat's going to cover whatever. Okay, looks like I'm missing at least one. But I think this would look really cute, especially if you like or love witches. Hang on, am I only missing one? Looks like I'm missing more than one. I need one more. Thought I had. Okay. Okay, so. And these I think I am gonna hot glue them. I didn't want to. The other thing is we could get some more of that wire from this, and then I can stick them on. I don't know that I want to do that. Stick these. Let's see. Oh, they're broken up because of the way I could probably pinch them back together. Or not. I don't think they're going to come back together. Okay, let's see how this looks with the hat before I decide officially if I'm going to be... Okay, this is coming along. I'm liking this with the leaves kind of sticking out a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and glue these. So the inspiration for this project started out with my first purple pumpkin. And I liked how that turned out so much that I noticed that I had these this green ribbon, and I thought that I could use it for another project. I thought, why not? And I was thinking Wicked Witch. But I'm going to say this is a Wicked Witch with a twist because it's not going to be 100% accurate. Because obviously she wasn't wearing flowers around her neck. And her hat did not have any of the purple. I like the purple there, so I'm leaving this the way it is. If you don't like the way this hat looks, you can, of course, remove it all and make your own the way you want it. I didn't want to do that because I like it the way it is, so I'm leaving that alone. Also, she is going to get eyes. This is kind of like my take on cutting out your own pumpkins, except you don't have to cut out any pumpkins and make a mess. So that's just my thing. I like to do more crafting than making messes, if that makes sense. So I'm not much of a baker. That's part of the reason. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and hot glue these along. I'm going to call this like the scalp of her head. I do have eyeballs I'm going to use. And with the eyeballs, you can, if you decide to recreate this project, you can, of course, use the eyeballs that they sell at the Dollar Tree. I wanted this with a twist, and I saw some eyeballs over at Michael's that I really liked. So I'm going to be using those instead. They're actually quite larger, and I'm hoping that I can make them work for this project. But essentially, the other part of the reason why I wanted the Michael's one is because I can use purple eyes. Hence my twist. This is going to be a mix of the different witches that I kind of, grew up with. And I think the purple eyes will be great comparing with the hat. So not much of the leaves are going to be shown, but some, because you don't see a whole lot of her hair anyway. And if you wanted to, you could just push it all, smush it all down, or glue it all down so that you see more of sort of like the hair and decide which of the openings are going to be where her eyes are going to go. And also, you're probably wondering, well, what about a nose? Got you covered. So, they were selling these at Party City for $1.99. Dollar Tree doesn't sell anything like this. You can make your own if you feel confident in making one, or if you want to watch a YouTube video to do one. I have neither the confidence nor the ability or whatever. I suppose I could work on it, but in an effort to make sure it doesn't take me weeks to get this project done while we're still in the month of October, I decided to go ahead and buy this. And obviously, this is not going to match the color scheme, and the nose is gigantic, and that's fine with me actually. I could trim that, but seeing as this is already strung through and whatnot, I think it'd be kind of funnier if the nose is this long, but the color is not going to match the color of the green. So I am going to fix that problem, and I have two ideas on how I'm doing that. The first idea I had was maybe to Mod Podge tissue paper over it, but I really don't like this shade of green, and I don't have this shade of green in tissue paper. However, I could do it anyway and then just paint on top. The other idea is to just paint on top directly, and this material isn't super glossy. I think it'll take the paint, and even if it started chipping away, I think that might have a cool effect. I'm not super worried about it, but I don't know that I want the string to get the paint. Although if it does, I'm not too worried about it. And as for the eyeballs, if you wanted to repeat this project for your own home decor and stuff like that, you can of course buy the eyeballs from Dollar Tree, and if you want a different color, you certainly can paint them, but I really wanted these. I realize these are cat eyes, but I've never seen cat eyes with purple color in them. And I thought this would make her look even crazier. And I really can't wait to try this project out with these in there. It looks like there's already a hole right here, interestingly enough, because my plan is to put string through and then, in a sense, like tie it on there or whatever. I haven't exactly figured out the logistics of it all, but I think it'll be fine. So I made this DIY candle. I wanted to look more realistic, so I used hot glue earlier. And I just want to make this a black flame candle. I'm going to mix a little bit of Mod Podge with a little bit of black. I don't need a lot, but I know black is going to make it very dark, and I just want it to be kind of transparent. So I only need a little bit of this, and it's pretty thick actually. Let's see if it'll mix. So it's probably going to give more of like a gray, and I'm fine with that. But I'm just going to paint this, and then I'm going to let it dry, and then we're going to test out to see if we like it. And if we're not satisfied, we could always add another coat. Okay, so to finish off this witch-inspired pumpkin, I'm going to take the tag off this hat. And then I'm just going to hot glue this on, and like I said, the leaves are acting as the hair of the witch. So I think I'm just going to do, hopefully I get enough on here fast enough. Just going to do a little bit of glue here, and then push this down. and then just set it on top. I'm going to hold it until it cools. So if you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing, as it really helps my channel out. And here's the final result. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.